beautiful out here, isn't it?
But you know, as you go through.
Okay.
So this is Jacoby Creek, and long been the focus of conservationists in the area because of its importance in the watershed, in the area watershed. Providing drinking water for the creek. Maybe itself doesn't, but contributes to the drinking water for Xenia and some for Yellow Springs. So it starts up. The source is not too far from here, up across the road, and ends up empties into the Little Miami River. A few miles down that way. So what one of the things that we're going to do with this is we're working with the Nature Conservancy, and they are going to re-meander the stream. It's been the practice of people who farm to straighten streams out so that they can increase the amount of cropland. So this stream has been straightened out. At least I've seen an aerial map from 1964, and it looks like it was straightened out even before 1964. And at that time, there wasn't all this growth on the banks of the stream, so it's really grown up since then. So they're going to come in and re-meander, the Nature Conservancy re-meander the stream. They've done measurements and taken, use a bunch of a formula that takes into account a lot of things like slope, etc., and to determine where to put the meanders back into the stream.
Community Solutions, as many of you know, it's been in business for 77 years. The Montessori school in town is planning a farm camp this summer here, which I think will be very exciting. And they also are interested in exploring the idea. Montessori middle schools typically are focused on kids being outside working. So we're exploring whether or not there's a possibility for a Montessori middle school project here. We're working quite a lot with the Yellow Springs schools. As I mentioned up there, there's a really interesting multinational project going on exploring what can be called mob grazing or rotational grazing. And the idea is that the reason why we think of animals as degrading the landscape is often when we pasture animals, we let them sort of wander and stay in the same places, and they tend to eat, and I'm speaking specifically of cattle now, will sort of graze the things that they like right down to the ground and damage watersheds. And so there is some reason behind the idea that animals are damaging to the landscape. But if you think about the way animals in the wild are, they very much move in herds, and then they don't stay in one place for a long period of time. For a variety of reasons, but one of them being that natural predators, will keep animals on the move. So there's been a lot of research into mimicking the sort of grazing in the wild, and it's done by fences, and essentially, letting animals, small groups of animals, or I guess large ones too, but graze a certain area for a short period of time and then be moved to a next area, allowing what they've grazed to regenerate.
So we do a lot of combination of sort of cover cropping, and then in combination with this, and then they can put on weight actually at similar rates to industrial agriculture if you kind of grow the cover crop really well, and if you keep moving them around, it can keep improve the health of land and keep really aggressive weeds down. So a lot of the things that you guys are working with on a new piece of land, you can kind of see it get better and better.
Our goal over the next 5 years is to develop income streams, and we have 3 business ventures that we are likely going to pursue. One is doing a native plant nursery and greenhouse to provide especially wetland plants, but other plants that are difficult for people to find, maybe, and also seeds, prairie grass seeds, which are really hard to find, like native to this area.